So you spent $400 on a box. Maybe it's because of what's inside, or the box is made of solid gold. Maybe you just had some extra cash. Or maybe it's because the thought of having $400 in your pocket is such a painful idea that you'd rather the money go to ultra-rich billionaire extortionists that are single-handedly killing the entire gaming industry. Whew. Apex Legends is no stranger to controversial decisions, especially when it comes to their monetization, but this time they've really gone too far. The CEOs think you are so stupid that they are literally charging you $400 for a box and laughing. You'd think constant complaints and disdain from their own community about cosmetic pricing would eventually wear them down to start giving their completely digital items with zero intrinsic value a somewhat fair price, but nope, it's actually quite the opposite. They're charging you more for mediocre cosmetics, and then they're gaslighting you into thinking it's rare by saying,
it's only gonna be available for a month.
Like, this shit is ridiculous, bro. I don't know, let's see. You bought a box for $400. What does that mean? This is the clearest message we've ever gotten from Respawn that they do not give the slightest fuck about their community in any way, shape, or form. After receiving years worth of criticism about overpriced skins and lackluster events, their direct response is giving us an event that could have been cool and using it to hide the most expensive cosmetics ever to be released in Apex Legends. We are at a point where they are charging more money for a cosmetic death box than they are for actual heirlooms, which are overpriced to begin with. People love to use the argument,
oh, you don't have to buy them, so why does it matter?
But like, did you remember to bring your helmet on the way to the short bus? Like, it matters because if you compare the monetization of Apex to any other game in existence, you will realize how terrible it is. People act like you either have to have a good game or reasonable monetization. Like, those things aren't mutually exclusive. You can have both. Amazing example here. On the same day the Final Fantasy event is dropping, Valorant is also releasing their 8.0 update. In this update is possibly one of the coolest cosmetics I've ever seen in a video game in my entire life, and you can get this cool ass melee plus 4 other equally cool weapon skins for $100. And yes, even that's pretty expensive, but they are 1/4 the price of this literal box, and even the $50 melee weapon is 10 times cooler than Apex's $350 sword. My point isn't to discredit the artists and animators at Respawn. They're great, and I know they have no control over the prices of skins. My point is to point out how fucking oblivious the boomers running this company are. It's also crazy to me how many people will still dick ride EA and just say shit like,
just play the game.
Bro, you are the reason this game has so many issues. And these are the same people saying like,
well, maybe it's expensive to pay for the rights to the collab.
Bitch, I can become Peter Griffin in Fortnite for $10. Shut the fuck up. I was talking to my man Kobe, and he was telling me, fun fact, you can buy all 33 games and all DLC for Final Fantasy for $512. Think about that. The entire franchise for $500. The event is $360. So what I'm gathering is the suits at Respawn think that this singular death box is almost as valuable as 37 years worth of entire video games. Not only that, but they also think this box is more valuable than an entire PS5, Xbox, Switch, Steam Deck, Oculus, gaming PC, iPad, 1 month of groceries, any video game ever released, a 3D life-size realistic vibrating 6-speed self-cleaning max suction. You get the point. And yet, mofos are still buying this shit. People have been complaining about skin prices in Apex for years now, and we got invaded by fucking aliens before Apex lowered their prices at all.
This game is ass. This game is ass.
The Final Fantasy event is a sign of bad things to come for Apex Legends. Many of us were hopeful that the new competition Apex has would incentivize the developers to like fix the game.
Fix the game!
But instead, we're just slapping some flex steel on a sinking ship and acting like everything is fine because we got some new cosmetics. Without fail, every time Apex does something good, they do something 5 times worse to balance it out. This time, we got a game mode with some actually cool looking stuff and some decent cosmetics that are locked behind the steepest paywall we've ever seen and only available for a month. And this is in spite of all the other major issues that have been prevalent in Apex for a long time. Like, just to name a few, we have fucked SPMM, 20-tick servers, hackers and scripters are running rampant. We've got OP guns, OP legends, ranked is terrible. We've got child gambling, 60 FPS on console, some garbage maps, and baby bitch developers. Disclaimer, I'm not saying you should go attack specific developers over this, but the Apex Twitter is so bitch made, they're just hiding replies that criticize the event. I'm sure if someone at EA saw this video, their head would fucking explode. Like, it's probably just gonna get restricted like half of my other ones, but
It is what it is.
EA, please, I need to eat, don't do it. But if you want to help put food on my table so I can keep making vids like these, make sure to get gamer subs with code Devskoi, link in description. If you didn't see, there was an entire cheating Discord server that got exposed recently with a bunch of current threads, pro players, and content creators who've actually been cheating for years now without getting banned. So if you thought that guy was cheating, he probably is. Ranked is in shambles too. I don't know anyone who's not cheating that's still playing it because of how impossible it is to rank up now. I mean, unless you sit in a ring out of the crafter with lifeline or crypto and a heat shield for hours on end, then you literally can't lose LP. Like, there's a player this season who's named 24/7 Zone Healing who is in pred right now with a 90% positive LP rate. And it's not like this is a new strat. It's been a thing since like season 8, and heat shields are still unranked for some reason despite not being an ALGS. But, you know, removing a single item might be a bit challenging when 99% of your development resources are going towards cosmetics. The thing that sucks about adding cosmetic death boxes to Apex is it's actually a super cool idea if it wasn't behind a $400 paywall. I saw a guy on Twitter who was saying that death boxes would be a great ranked reward now that trails are gone, and I completely agree. That'd be fucking sick. If they're gonna make it so you have to spend 500 plus hours just to reach your normal rank, you should at least get something cool to show for it other than some lame ass banner frame. But, you know, God forbid they had anything that doesn't cost at least $60. Like, what is this, a fucking charity? Did you greedy fucks not take a second to think about the shareholders? What about them, huh? They're struggling too. Just because they made over $3 billion last year doesn't mean they aren't in need. God, people are so greedy nowadays. Okay, on a real note, it's so sad to see the state that this game is in. There is so much potential, and ironically, it's locked behind a paywall. I had so much faith in Respawn for the longest time, but then I realized the current Respawn isn't who I had faith in. It was the Respawn that made Titanfall, and the people who worked on Apex for the first half of its life, not whoever's left that's completely under EA's thumb. It's honestly crazy looking at the difference between Respawn when they were driven by passion and Respawn now that they're driven by profit. A few years ago, Apex's future looked so bright, but time and time again, they've let us down and straight up lied to us. Remember when they released the recolored Peacekeeper skin for $200 that no one bought because it was overpriced, and they said some bullshit like,
We heard you guys loud and clear. We'll never do something like that again.
but here they are doing the same overpriced bullshit again. So obviously they didn't learn from their mistakes, but this time we actually have a chance to make them listen again. Do not buy this shit. It is not going to be valuable, and everyone is going to make fun of you for having it. Okay, everyone watching this, I have a mission for you. I need you to teabag the fuck out of every single $400 box you see. Even if someone starts shooting you, they'll see what you're doing and they will join in. I'm sorry, Disney Channel, but I think this is a warranted occasion to bring back cyberbullying. We need everyone who has this to know that they are a fucking loser. You are not cool. You are not flexing. You are just showing everyone that your IQ can be counted on one hand. Dude, I am so positive this video is getting restricted, so I need you guys to spread the word. I'll be a martyr for us. We need to do everything in our power to make sure EA hears us. EA, we want events. You kind of have the right idea. We just don't want to skip out on buying food for an entire month to fully participate, okay? I promise you, if you gave out this heirloom for free through challenges, or, you know, you may have like a super high drop chance during the event or something like that, you would gain the trust of so many players that will ultimately spend more money on your game. People don't have a problem spending money when it actually feels worth it. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of an economy, but usually it's based on trust and equivalent exchange. But right now you don't have either of those. Okay, dude, I'd pay someone $400 if they could go back in time and find a person from 10 years ago that would believe you if you told them we would be paying $400 for a virtual box in a video game within 10 years time. NFTs aren't looking so stupid now, are they?
Holy fucking shit, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen! I need to spend $400 right now! I need to spend money right now! Everybody call me! I need to spend $400! Hey, GG's, man. Fucking pussies! Eat shit and die! You fucking pussy! You pussy eat shit!
If you enjoyed this video, you should check out this other one because the algorithm loves that and it would make Daddy Devskoi very happy. Love you. Bye.